Morning guys, and welcome back to another episode of Tarmac Obsession. As I mentioned in the last episode, I'm going to do a bit of play around with the bumpers and the spoilers today. Get those brackets all fitted up and yeah, have a bit of a play just to see how that fiberglass was done. It looks pretty good. I've sort of had a bit of a sort of feel around and just sort of see how everything fits on the car, and it actually fits pretty straight. You're never going to get the contour lines from the molds from the fiberglass to match the car because, I mean, you can see some photo. I put a whack of photo up here. The tailgate was really, yeah, it was super repaired. So it's never going to be that perfect factory curvature. Even still, the factory one's probably all different anyway. So I'm going to have a play around and see if I can get all that to fit nicely today. Get the steering wheel on, which I got out, put it on my Instagram the other day. So I want to get that all fitted up as well, so I can start steering around a little bit if we need to push the car. Yeah, that should be it for today's episode. So I hope you enjoy it. Done a little tidy up, so I got some tools over here to put away, but everything's sort of tidy around on the ground. All I've done so far really is put the these bumper brackets on, so I bolted them up. Actually, when I took it apart, that front one there, you can see it's silver, it chopped out the captive nut on the back, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Not a big problem, it's an easy fix. So I got the bumper here. It's pretty straightforward bumper, it's nice and smooth on the outside. There are a couple of little marks we're gonna have to rub out of it from the molding. You can see, just want to catch it in the camera there, so we're just going to have to fill them and rub them out, so it's nothing serious. I guess if you wanted to, you could put the rubber bump strips back on, but I won't be doing that. But I just gave it a quick try first, and it actually fits pretty good. I'm just getting some tape up on the side here, just so I can sort of mark it up where it's got to go, just measure left and right to make sure it's got a good gap all the way around, but it actually fits pretty sweet. I'm actually quite happy with the way that fits. So I'm just going to whack some tape on and have a little look. Apart from the fact that it looks hideous in white, it actually fits really, really good. So I've just had some tape on the side here just to hold the edges up to see sort of how it fits there. And it's pretty close. Even the gaps, you can sort of see the gap here is about a finger. And the gap here is about a finger. Everything sits quite nice. Does actually come back a little bit further on this side, so I should be able to just push it around and slide it around, so it's a little bit different there. So I should be able to just slide the whole thing this way and then around a bit. It's actually pretty, sort of see the center line there, comes down, so it's just off center. So it's got to poke it that way a little bit, and I should be able to just mark the holes and drill them up. I'll get this done off camera and I'll show you what it looks like when she's finished. A little bit of lifting, a little bit of shifting, and I've got that bumper on in the right spot. I also just sort of tape the spoiler up and on just so I can see how that sort of fit and what I'm going to need to do to get that to fit properly. It's actually pretty good. A little bit of gap in there which can be easily adjusted. So I can pull that back in a little bit and pull that up a little bit once it goes in and put some proper mounts on it. Probably use rib nuts and little 10 mils. But yeah, that come up really good and it sits really nicely. Once the bumper's on, I'll be able to adjust it a heap more. The brackets left and right there, I've got them just sort of finger tight, so they sort of move around a little bit, but everything's nice and square in the center. Everything lines up on both sides. I'll need to make some little brackets just on these edges. There's a bolt hole through there, if you can see it, and that comes out, and there's a little bracket that sits in here on the factory bumper. So I'll just build a little U bracket that goes in there, bolts up into those little holes. Very easy to do, and it should come up a treat. So I'm super stoked with the way that looks. Very happy with the way it's progressing. With the front all being done, I'm going to get onto the back. I've got these bumper brackets here. I'll fit them up, and then I'll get the back bumper fitted up and get it all measured the same as the front. So I'll just work off camera, do that, and I'll show you what it looks like when she's done. So I quickly just ran inside and had a look at my computer to see where I bought this stuff from. So the company's called Alpha Motorsports, and I'll chuck a link to their website at the bottom. I think communication was pretty good. Prices are pretty good too. So for all 4 bits, so both spoilers, front and rear spoilers, it was just over $1,000, I think, delivered, which is pretty good, delivered into WA. And the fit's just sensational. Like, I've literally just put the brackets on and taped the sides here to get it in the right position. And the gaps are fantastic. No issues at all with gapping. And they're not even, you know, I've not even set them properly. I've not even had to play with them. So yeah, I'm super happy with the way they turned out. That rear spoiler looks amazing. I've got to get the boys to paint that white and the bumper's black. So if they come around the opposite way, it would have been perfect. But yeah, I mean that's just going to kick straight on there and have no drama with that at all. I'm really happy with the way that looks. So that's enough of that little job today. I've marked all the drill holes. I'll drill all the holes. I'll buy some captive nuts for the back bumper that poke back out, and yeah, call it a day on the bumpers and the spoilers. I'm just trying to do a few small things today just to finish off little jobs. So I just refitted these into the doors. I've still got to get the billet ones from Motorsport Autos with my next order there, so that'll be that finished. I just drilled the hole for the bottom where the tri-bar goes across here and then sort of comes down and up that way, so that's all done and finished now. Just paid some Raptor on it, so that'll seal that back up nicely. I think what I'm going to do now is throw in the rear sway bar, and that should be it. I think I'll call it a day after that. So I'll chuck in that sway bar, show you what she's like when she's done. On the car now, guys, fitted up, got the new bushes in, and the new this bush kit that came from Prothane actually came with the bolt and all the mounts and everything, so that was pretty cool. Getting these back up in here was a bit tough. I had to use a jack just to jack up the bar, but no, got to be pretty easy. They come up pretty good. I think with those reds and the silvers and the chromes and the blacks, and I think colour combo looks great under there. So I think I'm going to call today a day because I'm a bit stuffed. I want to go and relax for a little bit. So that'll be it for today. That's more than enough for me today. I did something, well, I don't know if I did something stupid, but I did something that turned out to be stupid. I wanted to chuck some power in to get the headlights. I plugged all the headlights, wiring and everything done. So I wanted to get some power into the car just so I could turn the headlight switch on and turn the headlights on and make a little bit of a thumbnail of it. As soon as I plugged it in, put some power on the car, some smoke appeared from behind the dash. I'll show you quickly, hang on. Oh man. So yeah, it started coming in from this wiring in behind the dash here, which was right up the back, and it's earthed out somewhere here, and it started to smoke the wiring. And it turns out I'd plugged that into there instead of into there, had these other one the wrong way around. When now looking at it clearly, you can see that that wiring follows that trail, but when I plugged it in, it just, yeah, I must have just missed that. So I just fixed that little bit of an earth, and hopefully it's okay after that. I hope they haven't burnt anything else out, but yeah, I'm sure there's something else in there damaged. But anyway, I can fix it, it's not a problem. Next time I'll have a fire extinguisher ready when I do that. Frustrating, but I guess these are the things you deal with when you're restoring an old car. Oh, all right, so yeah, that's today's work. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I've got to do one again on Saturday. I'm going to take the exhaust down now to the exhaust shop and get a V-band put on the back of the extractors, so that I can fit the extractors onto the engine and the manifolds and everything on before I put the motor in, so it just drops in one hit, so I have to fit it up under after getting in the car. So go do that now, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Hope you enjoyed the video.